The following is an exclusive presentation of the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the AHSAA Radio Network.
Lauderdale County has just won their 5th straight state championship and their 13th overall.
Hey everybody, welcome back into Inside the AHSAA. I'm your host, Luke Robinson. Got another great show for you today. First of all, we're going to talk to Coach Rob Carter from Beauregard High School, the reigning state champs. Also, that team, of course, has LaDamian Webb, who is the reigning Mr. Football in the state of Alabama. He just committed to the Mississippi State Bulldogs, and they got an absolute steal. This kid is a lot of fun to watch. You really should go check out some highlights if you can find some of Mr. Webb. There was also some big news in high school basketball this past weekend. We're not going to have an interview about it or anything, but I think it's worth noting that Trey Jemison from Homewood High School, a lot of people know him from Homewood High School, certainly. He's a 6'9" forward guy, and he is transferring to Hoover High School. They are now going to be a force. They already are a force. Hoover's always a force in everything they do. But Trey Jemison coming on to that team makes them incredibly formidable for next year in 7A. So, you know, look out, Mountain Brook. You've got a team in Hoover that's going to be gunning for you. There is no doubt about that. That is going to be some huge news and a lot of fun to watch as that season comes upon us very, very quickly. High school basketball will be here before you know it. So just want to throw a little basketball talk in amidst all this anticipation for football coming up. And also one other thing, I want everybody to go check out AL.com and our good friend Josh Bean. He's on this program several times, a couple times a month usually, and he knows everything there is to know about the AHSAA and about what's going on in high school football in the state of Alabama and high school basketball and the other sports as well. He keeps everybody up to date throughout the year on AL.com. You can easily go there, check out the high school sports section, and really it is very, very informative. They have stories all year round, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, track and field, whatever you're interested in. AL.com has several stories, even during the off seasons of those respective sports. They do an incredible job over there, and really just want to thank him for all he contributes to our programming and as well as to the AHSAA. He does a great job of getting the message out there and getting the stories out there. Well, we're going to go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we'll have Coach Rob Carter from Beauregard High School on with us. We'll be back in just a minute.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
What value would you gain working with Lee Marketing Group? With 4 divisions under one umbrella, Sign Source, Lee Apparel, R&B Sports Media, and LMG Advertising Agency, Lee Marketing Group offers a comprehensive approach. From logo design, tees and signs, ad placement, and everything in between, LMG can handle it all. For ease of time, cutting-edge, results-driven marketing campaigns, think LMG. Lee Marketing Group, your comprehensive marketing solution.
Team is not something you do alone. Team is plural. Team is arms, legs, blood, sweat, and soul. A lot goes into team. But what we take away stays with us forever.
Even the nights are hot down south, and now they're getting spicy too. The new Jack's Spicy Chicken Sandwich with fries only $3.99. It's got fresh tomatoes, lettuce, and just the right amount of kick. Jack's, all about the South.
In a world that's ever-changing, you have to be sure that your choices are the right choices. Whether choosing a technical degree program, taking courses to transfer to a four-year college or university, or being a part of our national championship winning traditions, Central Alabama will provide you with courses and degree programs in tune with today's workplace. Get a sharper focus on your life by choosing one of our 3 convenient locations: Alex City, Childersburg, and Talladega. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Welcome back to Inside the AHSAA. Again, I'm your host, Luke Robinson, and joining me now is Coach Rob Carter from Beauregard High School. Coach, how are you today?
I'm great. Doing good. Getting ready for football season.
Yeah, thanks so much for being with us. I know you got, it's never not a busy time for coaches, and you've got a coaches clinic starting tomorrow, so we won't take a lot of your time, but so many big things happening around Beauregard High School right now. First of all, congratulations on your state championship last year.
Thanks, sir. And yeah, it gets busy this time of year, and it's a good busy. I mean, we're all excited. I think fans are too, and you know, with football, you know, season coming back around, and we're ready to go.
How has the atmosphere changed at the high school since you guys have won that state championship?
Well, you know, confidence. I think the community, it starts there, no doubt. You know, with that win, you know, being able to win that first state championship, and you know, so much support has changed, and the belief that, hey, you're going to have a good season, not are you going to have a good season. All that has changed as far as, you know, I guess for the lingo when you add us in football season. Our community expects us to be competitive and win, and that's a good thing, but it also, you know, puts a lot of expectations on your kids, and they're ready for the challenge.
You guys have the reigning Mr. Football in the state of Alabama in LaDamian Webb, and he is just a phenomenal athlete, a fantastic player who recently committed to Mississippi State. We'll talk about that in a second. I want to know when it is you knew this kid was going to be special.
Well, it was day one. I mean, you walk out on the field and you do your first footwork drill or whatever it was, you know, and you could just see in his ability, and is able to cut and accelerate and stop and accelerate, and had great hands and vision. But day one, we all knew that, you know, this kid was something special.
So he's a little undersized, I think, by a lot of recruiting services, and maybe the in-state schools overlooked him somewhat. Do you think he's going to end up making them regret that decision?
Well, I hope so. I mean, he's you know, one of my boys. He's almost like a son to me, and I know his ability. I don't think he's undersized. I think he's really special for his size. You know, when you weigh almost 190 pounds and you're 5'7" and a half, I think, you know, with the speed he's got, and he's not your typical kid that's usually that big. Usually they're 165 pounds, and you hope you get him to 190. He's already there. And I know Mississippi State recognizes him, you know, Coach Mullins, and they, you know, a lot of them, you know, Alabama's got a bunch of backs, and Auburn the same way. They may not, you know, felt that he needs to be the guy for them at the time, and I understand it. But he found a great home in Mississippi State, I think.
And besides Webb coming back next year, and that's a huge piece of the puzzle certainly for you guys to potentially repeat, who else is going to be a star for you this upcoming season?
Well, I mean, we got a linebacker crew. Our defense, to me, is going to be definitely going to be the best side of our team, even though we still have Webb. And potential, some QC Royer on offense and Ja'Kias Holmes coming back as quarterback. We're extremely young in the offensive line, just talking about the offensive side. And they've done a great job, and they got plenty of experience throughout the season last year. They played in every game but two, probably pretty much for a whole quarter in each of those games. So, and they did a great job in the spring. But our defense, I want to talk, more about them. Hunter Feaster in the middle was the top tacklers in the state in 5A. He's back. He'd hurt his knee on the first play of the state championship game. He's back and looks good. Kyle Hughes, an outside linebacker, another 200-pound-plus kid that runs really well. Jacob Calloway's the other linebacker. All three of them are at 200 pounds or better. All at 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2". Move well. McCain Atkins just got an offer extended to him from West Alabama, one of the first offers. He's a 6'3", 225 defensive end that can play. And then, of course, in secondary, Dayton Thomas at corner. He's a UAB commit. It's just that side is so talented with a lot of speed. You got Jared McDonald's going to be an upcoming junior. He was number 2 last year in the state championship game, if you remember, making great plays. He's back. Just tremendous speed and ability on that side of the ball is going to make it difficult for teams to move it, and hopefully we can get the ball, in our offensive hands, 3 and out, and get them in there and move the ball like we did last year.
How has the attitude been of the team, the difference from trying to win your first state championship to trying to repeat?
It's not been a whole lot of difference. I think I've had that question asked to me. They're out there every day. They don't expect to walk out there and just, people hand us, a win. They know they're going to have to work and probably work even harder because, you got the bullseye on your back or however you want to say it. But they've been competing in 7-on-7. We had a great 7-on-7 summer. All the workouts, kids are there. We may have a few more numbers we had last year. Tends to follow a championship team. Kids come out that hadn't been out, which is exciting, gives us a little more depth. But they've worked just as hard, and they don't expect anybody just to give them wins. They know they're going to have to work.
Well, Coach, you're doing a fantastic job there at Beauregard, and I got to tell you, I wish you would relay this to Mr. Webb for me. That may have been the most phenomenal performance I've seen in any of the games I've called in state championships, and I've been doing this for about a decade, and some great players have come through the state of Alabama, but watching him run the football in that state championship game last year was just incredible.
I'm sure he'd blush. He wouldn't have much to say, but he'd appreciate it, and I agree with you on that. It's just he's a phenomenal athlete, and we expect the same this year, in the results, and plus he plays defense. So he's really worked on his condition. He's one of the top conditioned kids I've ever seen. He works constantly. He doesn't sit down. He's either on the scout team or he's on the starting team because he'll come right over and run scout team quarterback, right after he's done his plays or may run receiver or anything. It's crazy because I know Mississippi State was up watching spring practice and tapped me on the shoulder and he said, "Coach, does he do this every day?" I said, "Every day. Every day he'll work all the plays, whatever he's supposed to be in on starting groups, then turn right around on the scout team and be the quarterback or the running back or the receiver." Wow,
it's great to have a player like that. It certainly makes your job a little bit easier, I know, Coach. And thanks so much for being with us. One last thing, I can't wait to see LaDamian play in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game next year. I'm sure he'll be on the roster, and that's one of my favorite events of the year. I know you're looking forward to Beauregard season, but I just can't wait to see him get out there and represent the entire state come next December.
Well, I appreciate it, and I hope he is in it, and it'd be great to be the last time I get to coach him, or be a part of the staff that coaches him on the field that day. And, I appreciate you calling us and getting these kids recognized. Thank you.
Well, best of luck to you, Coach. We can't wait to watch and see how your season progresses, and we'll catch up with you soon, okay?
Okay, thank you, man.
That was Coach Rob Carter from Beauregard High School, and really one of the best coaches in the state, and he's definitely got one of the best players in the state in LaDamian Webb. If you have not seen this kid, I'm going to implore you to go to YouTube and check out some highlights. He really is an incredible running back and one of the special ones in the state of Alabama in the last decade or so. We're going to be back in just a minute with more Inside the AHSAA.
starts off with a real Coke taste. Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola going to give real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt?
Coke Zero!
Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste! 0 calorie!
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization, wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat, full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
At Cadence, we believe money should get out of the bank and into action. Getting out into the world of business, for energy companies, the healthcare industry, legal and accounting firms, and for individuals, wealth management. When you find your Cadence in Alabama, you turn money into action. So join us and we'll work together to find your Cadence at Cadence Bank.
Member FDIC.
You may know them from high school, from the local grocery store, or even your own neighborhood. These local teens have embarked on a new journey, one that begins at Southern Union State Community College. Visit suscc.edu/journey to see the life's journey these students have planned. We believe that you have an amazing journey ahead of you too, and Southern Union is the perfect place to begin at an affordable price close to home. Southern Union, where the journey begins.
More heart.
More drive. More will.
More guts.
More sweat.
More dedication.
More practice. More control.
More clutch.
More hard work.
More fun.
More family.
More love.
More basketball.
Baseball.
College tennis.
More every day.
More everything. More
to come.
More Wilson.
Welcome back in, everybody. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Inside the AHSAA. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Football season is right around the corner. We can't wait. I know you can't wait either. We'll catch you next time on Inside the AHSAA.